Greetings, and welcome back to LA Quill. There's a particular kind of exhaustion that only writers understand. It comes after the final draft is finished, after the revisions are done, after the edits have been accepted or rejected, and after the manuscript has been sent out into the world. It is not just physical tiredness, it is creative fatigue. It is the strange hollow feeling of having poured something deeply personal onto the page and then having nothing left to give, at least not right now. At that point, it is completely natural to want to stop, to sit back, to wait, to tell yourself that you have done your part and that whatever happens next is out of your hands. Maybe the book will be published, maybe it will not. Either way, you are tired and you do not want to think about it anymore. We've all been there. And yet, almost always, underneath that exhaustion, there's a quiet little spark of hope. You still want to be published. You still want to see your name in print or on a cover or on a spine on a shelf somewhere. You still want your stories to find readers. That desire does not vanish just because you are worn out. This brings us to the sixth rule of writing a novel, and it may be one of the least glamorous rules of all. When you think you're done, you're not done. The work does not end when the story is finished. The work continues in a different form. The instinct to stop writing while you wait for the answer is understandable. But it's also one of the most dangerous habits a writer can develop. Waiting feels productive because something important is happening in the background. Your story is being considered. Your fate feels suspended in midair. But creatively, waiting is still stagnation. Stories do not thrive in stillness. Writers do not thrive in stillness. Creativity is not something you can switch off for months or years and then expect to come roaring back unchanged. Like any skill, it weakens when it's not used. One of the hardest truths for new and even intermediate writers to accept is this: no single story carries your entire future. Not the first one, not the one that you love the most, not the one that feels like your soul on paper. A writing career is not built on a single book. It is built on momentum. That is why the sixth rule is simple, even if it is difficult to follow. Keep writing. Move on and begin the next story. This does not mean abandoning the book you just finished emotionally. It does not mean pretending it never existed. It means refusing to let that one project define your creative worth or your future as a writer. You have already proven something important to yourself. You finished a novel. You revised it. You edited it. You sent it out. That alone places you ahead of countless people who dream of writing but never finish anything. You have evidence now that you can do this. So do it again. Just do it again. There's a powerful shift that happens when you start your next project. Suddenly, the waiting loses some of its power over you. Rejections sting less. Silence feels less suffocating. You are no longer frozen, staring at your inbox or your mailbox, measuring your value by responses you cannot control. Instead, you are back in a place of agency. You are creating. You are learning. You are improving. Every new story you write benefits from everything you learned writing the last one. Your pacing improves, your dialogue sharpens, your understanding of structure deepens. Even your failures become tools instead of wounds. This is especially important in fantasy writing, where worlds are complex and skills compound over time. World building becomes richer the more you practice it. Magic systems become more coherent. Histories feel layered instead of invented just yesterday. You cannot gain these instincts by waiting. You gain them by writing. There's also a practical truth that many writers do not like to hear at first. If you want to make a living as a writer, you cannot treat writing as a single monumental effort followed by long periods of rest and hope. Professional writing is sustained output. This does not mean burning yourself out or writing endlessly without pause. Rest matters. Recovery matters. But resting is not the same thing as quitting while you wait for permission to continue. Professional writers write the next thing before the last thing has found its audience. Often they write several things. Not all of them will be published, not all of them will succeed, but each one increases the odds that something will. Think of writing not as a single lottery ticket, but as a body of work. Every story you create adds weight to the body. Over time, that weight becomes presence. It becomes credibility, and it eventually can become career. If the idea of starting another novel immediately feels overwhelming, that does not mean you're failing the rule. It means you may need to shift the shape of your writing, not abandon it entirely. Being a professional writer can mean more than writing novels. You could be writing short stories or novellas or essays, world-building side projects, serialized fiction, lore entries, even freelance writing. All of this keeps your creative muscles active. Freelance writing in particular can teach you discipline, deadlines, and adaptability. It forces you to write even when inspiration is low, and it teaches you how to finish work regardless of mood. These are not glamorous skills, but they are invaluable. For fantasy writers, even non-fiction writing strengthens your voice. Clarity improves. Prose tightens. You learn how to explain complex ideas simply, which directly benefits your storytelling. There's also something emotionally freeing about writing something new while an old project is out of your hands. You are no longer pouring all of your hope into a single outcome. You are investing in yourself instead. The rule is not about pressure. It's about continuity. Writing is not a moment, it is a practice. Many writers imagine success as a finish line. You write the book, then you publish the book. Arrive. Good. In reality, success looks more like a road that keeps extending ahead of you. The skill is learning how to walk it without constantly looking over your shoulder. Keeping your pen sharp is not about constant output. It's about staying ready. Ready to explore new ideas. Ready to experiment. Ready to grow. Every story you write, published or not, teaches you something that carries forward. Characters become deeper. Themes become clearer. Your understanding of what you want to say as a writer evolves. Perhaps, most importantly, continuing to write protects you from defining yourself by rejection or acceptance alone. You are not the sum of someone else's decision. You are the sum of the stories you continue to create. So if you are tired, rest. If you are discouraged, feel that discouragement. But do not let exhaustion convince you that the story is over just because one chapter has closed. There's always another story waiting to be written, another world waiting to be shaped, another idea that only you can bring into existence in the way you do best. That is the sixth rule of writing a novel. Do not stop at done. Keep writing. Break out a new project. And that's our tale from LA Quill today. Tell me what project you're working on next, or what is stopping you from starting it. Until next time, may your stories always be magical.